Hello, this is John from MyBrownOnGames.com.
And good evening, my name is Jeff from JustOneMoreLevel.com.
It is Saturday, October 29th, 2016, but we're in the Halloween mood.
Yes, we are. We're in the Hallows Eve mood. The Day of the Dead.
No, different day.
Different day?
Different day.
Is that Christmas?
No. Well,
well,
no.
What, at Thanksgiving? There was a lot of dead people there, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay.
For Halloween, we're going to play a special game near and dear to both of our hearts, I know.
More his heart, but I do have a weird fondness for it too. A game that you can already see the box art for, but we've got the physical one right here, Juggernaut. And even on the back of it, I don't even know if you can see that very clearly, but prepare to open the gates of hell.
So this is a adventure game, first-person adventure game, FMV for the PlayStation 1, and I like to buy weird games. Cheap,
Yes.
weird games, old games,
Yes.
I love them. And I got this at a game exchange many years ago. I never played it.
Many years ago.
And coincidentally, a couple Halloweens ago, maybe like 4 or 5 Halloweens ago, we were playing scary games, spooky games, spoopy games, if you will, and
Apparently that's an internet term.
And, I think we were kind of sucked in. Maybe I was more sucked in than you, but you have to admit, this game's like 20 hours long, and about 10 to 15 hours into it, it gets weird. It flips everything.
And to kind of put some context to this, so I was not really digging the game at the beginning of us playing it. It wasn't until you get to the second disc or third disc. This is a 3-disc game.
Yeah.
When you come across when the game does get weird, and suddenly there's 8 different paths called catacombs or catalysts or something.
Something like that.
Starts with a C. There's a cat somewhere, I think, in there.
Whole lot of weird one-off stories.
Yeah, the game just gets weird, and it was kind of at that point that I was like, "Whoa, okay." Was not expecting this to happen, and
I was probably the same way, honestly. I probably wasn't digging this game as much as I led up to believe, but that section just redeems everything for me.
it was. I don't really know how you would classify it, because it kind of ended up introducing several genres of gaming when it got to this point. And if any of you out there, anybody out there watching these videos, have had any experience playing Juggernaut, feel free to comment and feel free to express your favorite parts of Juggernaut.
Yeah, I need friends who like Juggernaut. I mean, currently I've just got the one. I need more friends who like Juggernaut.
I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle, but who knows? Maybe this will also introduce a couple of new people to Juggernaut.
Yeah.
But
For real, if you see this game, I can't imagine it going for more than $10 at used game stores, game exchanges, other mom and pop establishments like that.
Mom and pop game shops.
Do yourself a favor and pick it up, try it out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to wait for Halloween to come around to play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a first-person adventure, drama,
Horror game.
Puzzle game.
Okay, so here I've got a cursor where I can kind of check this stuff out.
So it's the doll Sarah loves. Sarah is sitting at the end of the room. I'm not going to do that for all of them. Yeah, a good portion of the stuff does kind of take place in stills, but there is some actual...
There's a lot of cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah. And I think we should also point out that this isn't a horror game in the sense of jump scares, or it's weird, it's creepy. The soundtrack goes really well with the actual gameplay.
It sets a good ambiance.
It's actually really surprising that this game came out over here.
Yeah, It didn't come out in Europe, so if there's any European viewers, they're getting a special treat here.
Yeah.
Maybe worth importing.
Definitely.
And a little backstory, we're not new to this type of game. We also played through the Mansion of Hidden Souls and Mansion of Hidden Souls on the Sega CD and Sega Saturn, which are
Now,
same style of game.
You may be asking yourself, is that just the same game? Because it sounds like you said the same name of those games. There's actually a big difference, and it's just one word. Yeah. There's Mansion of the Hidden Souls and the Mansion of Hidden Souls.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of them's for the Sega CD, which no one played, and then one was for the Sega Saturn, which no one played. So, Man, we really should have got D over here.
I was just thinking that.
Anywho, that would have been a completely brand new experience for both of us.
Yeah. And that's cool. I mean, you have to beat that game in like 2 hours or something.
Yeah. Obviously, we would not do that for a full video, but we could do chunks. But yeah, we were kind of talking about Juggernaut, and we do have a save file that takes place after everything goes all like crazy and weird, but we unfortunately won't be getting to the point where the game gets all kinds of weird.
I mean, it's pretty weird now.
Well, yeah, like those snakes that just came off of her arm. And I'm guessing it's coming through pretty clearly to where you guys can kind of see the wording. I mean, this is a PS1 title. I don't know if that has been made abundantly clear or not with the box art, but this is a PlayStation 1 title. There's that doll. Oh!
So this would be really good to play the lights off, alone, all the windows closed.
We tried that when we originally played it, and we also tried doing that now, but unfortunately, light and cameras, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Partially possessed by an evil force.
Help me!
Sarah, are you awake?
Stay away from her! Uh-oh.
Now lightning and shit.
Uh-oh. Kind of abruptly ends.
Yeah. Now she's floating on her back in the middle of the room. Let's make sure everything's clear. This is the evil. Good to know. Good to know. And I just realized I'm thinking that whenever the guy's portrait like darkens, I think that means that the character yourself is talking.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't remember the character actually saying anything after this point though.
At the end, for sure he did.
Well,
Do you remember the ending for this game?
kind of. But isn't there like a special ending or something
Mhm.
that we didn't see until we went to YouTube? Or
Maybe.
looked it up or something? Like there's
No, I think we had to go back into the game to get the real ending. I think we ended the game and thought, okay, well that's that. And then I think whenever I was looking on YouTube or looking somewhere else, it's like, oh, and then go back into the house or something like that. And then there was the true ending or whatnot. I think that's how it played out.
something. I mean, it's been years since we played this. But
Yeah.
And they also don't really clarify what the evil force is.
I mean, it's an evil force.
yeah, the core concept of the game is just kind of going through and you're collecting things to progress further into
Her soul.
Yeah,
Solving puzzles.
which takes place in a mansion. Now, not a mansion of hidden souls, but a mansion within a soul. So, you know, there was a lot of creativity going on with the developers at this point in time, like the 90s. It was a booming era. Really kind of just ready for him to get past this part.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go.
What is he going to do with a dagger? A knife? Hate it when that happens.
I like that they actually visualize it as if he is going through her actual innards.
Yep. Or is it all merely a dream? So, now we are approaching the soul of Sarah.
There's little pup making her
Usual
self
cameo.
known. Yeah.
And here we go. All right.
Okay.
A nice imagery right there.
It's a gory star that paints the world in bloody red. And I like this cursor because it kind of locks onto things you can inspect or grab, so it looks like that's the only thing I have here.
And so we got this rickety old little walkway going out over the water.
I guess there's nothing here, really.
Well, and thinking about it, this actually kind of reminds me of a section later on in the game, which I obviously won't really say too much here. But watch out for that scorpion. Scorpions are bad.
Pier has foot-shaped burns.
Oh, it's the priest. Well, that is handy.
One tells direction, one tells the time. Let's make sure there's nothing left on the beach for us to check out. I don't think there is.
So far, fairly minimalistic adventure.
Better double check. Okay, there's nothing left there. Go back.
Yep.
Zooming through the forest.
Just running and can't come across this gate of sorts.
Watchtower.
And because when we first were playing this, I think we both kind of had the like anticipation of having something like jumping out, like so kind of moving along had a little bit of that tension with it, but I remember going through this part not really knowing what to expect, not really knowing what to do, and just kind of like, well, since I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for, I'm kind of expecting things to just kind of jump out.
It's kind of difficult to get back into these controls.
Well,
Just kind of figure out, okay, I'm looking this way. Am I going to go, how? How am I going to go?
especially since going right could mean swooping to the left and then taking the right path.
Yeah, so now I'm going the way I wanted to, on the right side of this watchtower or whatever it is. And it looks like it's going to give us the same message. Probably won't be able to proceed.
Yep. So you're just gonna go into this forest trying to figure out like what's happening, and this is all taking place in Sarah's soul.
Looks like this one back here too.
It just takes it back.
Hmm.
Apple Maps got us off the wrong path,
Yeah.
or off the right path and onto the wrong path. Told you to use Google.
So we'll go ahead and just go in here now.
And this character, it just flies, just wastes no time.
Let's see what's out here before progressing higher. Yeah.
There's a weird person sitting down.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
This guy. You're searching for.
What do you say?
I can't remember what we even chose, but I would imagine an exit from this world. Because we're trying to save.
That sounded like a good response. Okay, well, let's see what the other one is. Okay, yeah, same response. Same audible cue, different response from him, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's talking about the blood-filled bag that becomes the seed, but...
Ah, shoot. The Mansion of Truth.
Yeah, well, there we go. Those mansions, they seem to be everywhere when you're dealing with this stuff. Oh, well then why'd you ask?
Okay, so we're searching for that which destroys soul. When will it appear? When it becomes one with the blood-filled bag. Okay, well. I didn't mean to do that.
Tomorrow, yesterday, and now.
That's the response we wanted.
And we unfortunately didn't see what was at the top of that tower, but he has no actual ears. There's no like earlobe or anything. He was sitting on a birdcage, folks.
He was a birdcage. All along.
Now you're reaching into his rib cage and you are pulling out a clock.
6 o'clock.
What could that possibly signify? So we will see what's at the top of that tower. Dun dun dun! Well, no, we don't want to go downstairs. There's still stuff to explore, so...
So we will go upstairs.
It seems like the character needs a little bit of a... to get the gears going, and then just flies. Just came across a door.
And it opened. Ah,
Darn.
I think I remember this.
There's an easel,
There is no painting on this easel.
which means maybe we need to find a painting.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's see what's on the other side of the room.
Yeah, nothing there. Another easel. There is no painting on this easel. Oh, but something's... It just reset automatically?
There's definitely some weird stuff to the controls of this game.
Okay, so let's go back down to that clock, that pocket watch.
Didn't you take it with you?
I don't think so. You're right, there is an inventory system in this game. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did not take it.
Pinned it. Oh, and there's even a map.
Which I don't think we figured out the map until like...
Probably later on into
Yeah,
the game.
like way later on in the game. Which did not help us out at all. Like it really didn't.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, like the one person watching this.
That will actually go out and buy Juggernaut and play it.
Okay, so the clock says something about 6 o'clock. So, but it does not say AM or PM.
Well, it's a pocket watch.
What, they don't say AM or PM?
I mean, there's probably special dials that you could put on a pocket watch to show that time. Can I interact with that at all?
Yeah, you just looked at it.
Well, I mean, can I change it? What happens if I use the pennant? Oh, the pennant just allows us to save.
Cool.
Are you sure that was the same beach?
I think so. Same beach as what gets found out later on in the game.
I meant the same beach that we came from.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like it was the same beach.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check that because I thought I went around this tower. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was the beach we came from. Okay. Oh, I guess, hey, map.
Yeah. So now, another thing with it is like if it wasn't the same beach, you wouldn't have walked up to a door. Because when you came up the walkway...
Yeah, I don't have an option to go left here. And if I look around, I won't have an option to go right. So yeah.
So now maybe go back to the beach and look at the sun with its blood, whatever, bag.
Yeah. This would be a really good time for my strategy guide for this game.
Which you may be surprised, but they made one.
Yeah.
This game probably saw like 30,000 copies get made, and it actually had a strategy guide made. Seems like a pretty small video game print run to actually be like, hey,
Let's make a guide for this game.
yeah, there should be plenty of people out there that would buy a strategy guide for this game.
The genre makes sense. This is a sort of puzzle game that, you can find a little difficult.
Like you cannot. Okay.
Yeah. As we're having a little bit of difficulty here.
Ah. And when you just go straight, it just makes you look over the edge.
Mm-hmm. Because this guy, whenever we first try to enter the woods, he said something about one is time and one is something else.
Yeah, it was time and something else. Yeah, I can't remember.
Well,
But there's only one path that I can think of.
well, let's see if we can actually enter these woods now.
Because I feel like I remember there's like houses and stuff.
Ah, yes, here we go. These paintings.
Oh, we just have to collect the paintings.
A painting is on the ground.
Get to the painting.
Obtained painting.
Almost felt like playing some Ozzy right there. And everyone gets the nice joy of a second cameo.
No, they only made the 360 launch title.
Just get the other painting.
A record is on the ground.
Oh, that's not going to help us with another easel.
Let's see.
But I don't think we can get into any copyright issues if I just mention a song's title, can I?
No.
Do you think? So, like, hearing those, it really makes me think of Mr. Tinker Train from Ozzy.
From Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne.
Who's he?
He's Ozzy.
Like he's from Australia?
No, Ozzy, not Aussie. Ozzy. He's like like Godfather of heavy metal or something.
He was in The Godfather?
No, not. He was not in The Godfather. He was music genre. Like
Was he in The Godfather 2 or 3 then?
No, he was one of the people kind of considered like the pioneer of a music genre.
Huh. Used to be.
He hypothetically bit the head off of a bat on stage.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Black Sabbath.
Let's see. Let's look at this painting. I'm gonna examine.
Paranoid.
Painting has a path stretching into the woods. What about this record? The front side has 78. The back side has 33.
Who knows what those are good for? I also like how it splits reality to open up your inventory.
Oh. Yeah.
It kind of like rips the world.
Did anything
do nothing
change?
or remove the painting.
Yeah.
For some reason, I remember going and actually entering like houses and stuff, and there'd be weird things in those houses.
Now that was in the latter portion of the game. That was in one of those sections, whatever they're called.
Catacombs or whatever.
Yeah, cataclysms, catacombs. Remove the painting.
Now, I can't remember, but maybe if we put the painting and then we tried to go down those hallways or the like going outside, and maybe it opens up more.
Oh, I think you're right.
Because I could be getting just confused with the later part of the game, but I do seem to remember there being houses more than once and exploring houses and kind of expecting things to jump out.
Okay, let's actually, before we exit, let's make sure this guy is not, or the birdcage isn't there anymore, that this has not changed.
And I don't think it's going to have changed. So yeah, does not look like anything's changed.
No, time's changed. Nope, I'm wrong. Still shows 6
o'clock.
Oh, forgot that part. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, people could have been completely confused as to what you meant by when you just said 6.
Yeah, just like how you said Aussie. Some people may have thought you were talking about like an Australian guy. I don't know.
I doubt that.
Okay. place that on the east side of this tower. So if we go to the east side of this tower, maybe something has changed.
And it is fairly interesting with this game, or with the kind of games in this genre from back then. It's like, you know, pushing forward means that you're going forward and left and right, and you're going to the next predetermined area.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really exploring
78.
the space around you, which is on the front side of the record player.
And coincidentally, there's a record player in here.
Did I say record player? I think I meant just to say record, but yeah. So we totally need to put on the back side and play the 33.
A side up.
Let's get some rockin' music in here. Crank it. And I remember this puzzle.
Oh God. Yeah, it's coming back to me.
I remember this puzzle, and this was that pain in the ass.
Just for shits and grins, let's put the B side up and see what happens. Sounds like an old Zelda or Final Fantasy tune.
Yeah, something that's a little out of place in this style of game. But yeah, I remember this puzzle, and I do not like this puzzle.
Yeah. Well, that's about all the time we have, folks.
Really? You're gonna call it quits here, and we're not gonna get to this puzzle? Really?
What do you mean get to the puzzle? We're here. I didn't pay attention to what he said. Did you hear him?
Not really. Because I was too busy with I remember this puzzle.
Yeah.
So.
Take our word for it. It's a puzzle. I mean, yeah, see, we're basically trying to navigate our way out of this maze based on what the record played.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that we got that originally. I think it took us a while to actually realize that. Maybe I'm just misremembering it. But I do remember this puzzle.
Yeah, I remember the puzzle. I remember that you and I kept just ended up going back in circles several times and trying to figure out what we were supposed to do. We'd leave the area, we'd go back to the little tower thing, we searched all over the place, went back to the beach multiple times, and came back to it and like, well, what is this record player supposed to do? And we listened to it again and again and again, trying to figure out what the person was saying, and then we went back into this room, and then I think it just kind of
clicked.
Like we would go up to a door and we would hear a sound, and it's like,
Wait a minute.
Was it? I feel like I've heard that before. And then it just kind of started piecing together that it was from the record. And then I think the puzzle after this puzzle deals with the actual song that's on the other side of the record.
Maybe that was the more difficult part. There was one section of one of these puzzles that was just like, ugh.
Yeah, so, I mean, both of the puzzles combined, not fun, but kind of an interesting concept. But this is a very weird game, and you should play it.
Yes, very spooky. A fitting game for Halloween. We didn't see a lot of it here. I think you can kind of get the gist of what was going on with the...
Really slow build-up that I forgot that there was a really slow build-up.
Yeah,
so,
but in my opinion, it's worth it. Whenever it gets going, the last half of this game, last quarter of this game is nuts. There's a reference to Jalico's baseball series.
Bases Loaded 3, I think.
Well, I think they call it like Bases Loaded 2067 because that section is in the future.
Yeah, there's all kinds of like
it's too much. There's too much going on in this game.
Yeah, that's for the most part. Like, yes, we didn't really get to a whole lot of it right here, and it probably seemed really dull, stupid, and boring, and
there's a payoff.
Not worth it. But once you get about halfway through the game, you come across these little catacomb things that completely break everything open, and really kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say tear at the psyche or anything, but they're weird. They're different. They bring in different genres of stuff.
And
like,
different settings, not just, kind of spooky horror settings, but future stuff, past stuff, war stuff.
There's
really weird.
espionage. There's some sneaking
Yeah, I
mission.
remember
There's
a sneaking mission.
various shit that just pops out of nowhere, and then
One of them's like a text adventure. The feature thing is like a text adventure.
yeah.
Menu navigation, hacking.
And then there's like a pseudo like Lord of the Flies type of section, and
That was really unsettling.
yeah, just really, 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 really weird. Like this game, just all the seams bust loose at about halfway through, and then it just at that point I was more sold on it than I was before.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That's Juggernaut. That's a quick look at Juggernaut.
a pretty boring, but you know, you get to see some stuff.
Yeah.
But
So,
anyway,
Happy Halloween from John at mybrainongames.com.
and as we figured out, this was not the Day of the Dead, but still enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff from JustOneMoreLevel.com.
Bye.
See ya.